Under the bonnet, there seems to be something wrong with that injector. Right, so I bought this for scrap value. And I know it's not very special, but even as a car nut, rolling around in something that's beaten up and old, but has potential for profit, is actually something I'm really enjoying doing at the moment. So if you're new here, I've been a car nut for as long as I can remember, and I've been filming supercars for about 4 or 5 years. But in my new role, I'm driving cool cars all the time, so I'm effectively getting my fix elsewhere, which means, weirdly, I don't mind rolling around in something a bit rubbish, a bit rusty. And that's mainly because I do about 80 miles a day, so I don't want to be rolling around in a finance or lease deal when I'm doing that much mileage, when I can roll around in something like this, which is a Citroen Xsara Picasso from 2006. And I've already reviewed it, you can watch that here, but this is everything that's wrong with it. Sill on this side and sill on the other side are completely rotten, so it won't pass an MOT. This blind doesn't recoil anymore, so if I get it out, that's as far as it goes, which is annoying because the aircon also doesn't work. And I had this car in the heat of summer, so with the panoramic sunroof open, that was just flapping around in the wind for the most part. It's meant to catch as it comes forward, which it does, but because it doesn't recoil, it doesn't go all the way back. This petrol cap is snapped there and is being held on by duct tape, just to get it through the We Buy Any Car appraisal. Under the bonnet, there seems to be something wrong with that injector. And I think that's why this is all oily. So what am I gonna do? Well, I bought it for scrap, and if it was perfect, I could probably get 1,200 for it-ish. But with the bodywork, the injector, and the welding, that's probably gonna cost me £500. So that's a bit of a spend for not that much potential profit. So I'm leaning towards We Buy Any Car. I could put it on Auto Trader and Facebook Marketplace and say, look, it needs welding. If anyone wants to do that, you can get it through an MOT. But I just don't think it's worth my time personally. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it to We Buy Any Car. You might wonder why I have that car, and the reason is I sold my old Citroen C3 Picasso, review up there, to a couple the day before I was flying away on holiday. And I realised when I get back from holiday, I'm literally going to be without a car to drive to work, and I work 40 miles away from my house. So I said to them, what are you doing with your Picasso? And they said, we're scrapping it. And I said, how much for? I'll give you scrap value. So I paid them £388 for that car. 4,000 miles, and 2 months later, I'm still driving around in it. But I'm going to go to We Buy or scrap it and see if I can just, at the very least, get my money back on it. That's the plan. I'm actually going to miss it. It's really, really spacious inside, and the review tells you all you need to know about how much I like those cars. But let's go to We Buy and see what I can get. Some car, hey? Right, so we just did a quick appraisal. He didn't actually look around it too in depth, which was good. But the bodywork is good on this car, to be fair. So he's gone back into his little office. I've got 2 keys, got the lock and wheel nut. He said the bodywork's in good shape. Apparently they don't even rate them point by point. They just do grade 3, 4 or 5. He's given it a grade 3, which presumably is the best one. So yeah, let's see what they said. £555 on screen. Let's go see what he says. But just quickly before I do, I'll go round it. The bodywork is actually mint for saying it's 2006 and it's done 103,000 miles. It's actually in pretty nice shape. Nothing to note the whole way round. Everything works. Yeah, I've just noticed it looking down the line. There is actually a crease just there, but that's about it. So yeah, let's see what he says. Right, so he offered me 408 minus a £49 fee, so it comes to something like just under 360, 358 I think it is. I got offered scrap at 380, but that's about 20 miles away, so I'm just going to take it. I've lost as a result £20 on it, and I've had it for 2 months. So yeah, not great, but it's done me for 2 months and it solved a problem for me in the short term. So yeah, bye to Picasso, We Buy Any Car, well done. You've had me this time. Bye. Hi. So the Insignia Adventure Begins. I bought that quite cheap, and that is going to be my runabout for the next, I don't know how long, however long it takes me to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I've got my Peugeot 106 on the drive that I want to start tinkering with. My granddad says, you'll never do it. But even though it's sat a decade, I'm still hopeful. So I'm going to start tinkering around with them all, and I'll see you all next time. If you want to watch a review of the Xsara Picasso, it's there. And if you want to watch something that YouTube thinks you'll really like, click there. See you next time. Peace.